Drink it in, man.
Cornbread! Cornbread! Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Drink it in, man.
Cornbread! Cornbread! Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Drink it in, man. Drink it in, man. Detroit Koolaid, Detroit Koolaid drinkers. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Oakrey. Now, we just recorded for about 4+ hours, me and Chops. No breaks, no edits, no nothing. Computer clunked up a couple of times. We made it happen. But what I did here to get you guys this content quick is I basically took a hot take from Chops, and we were about 2 or 3, 5 picks, whatever it was, before the Lions. You're going to hear that talk, and then you're going to hear our reaction to the Detroit pick live on the clock, 2026 NFL Draft. We'll probably put out the whole 4 hours, either in sections or maybe all at once over the weekend or next week or whatever. But I just want to come on, do a quick intro and tell you, you're going to get the lead up to the Lions pick, the live reaction to the pick, and then everything that happened before and after later, as well as we'll be live tomorrow, rounds 2 and 3, talking about all the picks, what the Lions did, what the Lions should do, how it impacts the Lions, and getting into it. So everybody, get yourself a glass of that Detroit Kool-Aid. Drink it in, man. Side of cornbread.
Cornbread!
Gotta make it a double.
Cornbread!
And enjoy this 2026 NFL Draft live audio with me and Chops, at Chops in the D on the Twitter machine, talking about those Lions. Everybody, enjoy.
Can I give you a little rumor innuendo that I heard? I don't know if it's true, and you're probably going to laugh me out of the building. I heard on good authority that the Rams notified Matthew Stafford that they would be considering a quarterback at 13.
No. I will laugh you out of the building. Maybe I'll even use your own laugh to laugh you out of the building, because that is not happening right here. There's basically no way. I know they've kind of taken QBs and they do value that position. We get it, but they are not going to take a Simpson here at 13. I mean, that's just some straight up boola coming out of you right there.
All right. Well, I like I said, you have every right to laugh me out of the building. It's just a rumor innuendo that I heard.
I didn't
We're
laugh
still
you
picked
out.
away though. So
you laughed yourself out of yourself. Is what you did. But
right.
like here's the thing.
Hey,
if
but
they
guess
do
what?
it,
If that happens, that's another dude that falls back for the Lions.
I was just gonna say, if they do it, I'm gonna be so freaking happy. I hope they do it. It's not so I can say you're right, but even though it would be the first time ever, so that the Lions can have the guy they need dropped. So I could care less what the Rams do. Screw the Rams. Patty Matty Statty over there with his 3-year extension for $88 million bucks going to do again, something stupid like that.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Let him sit. He'll be able to sit for a year or two. Anyway, let's look. We're on Miami here. I think the commissioner's coming up to the podium. What's Miami got going on here?
With the 12th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Caden Proctor, tackle.
Oh.
And it's almost a good thing because, like, for a lot of people, now you don't even have that option.
Now you don't have the option. Yep.
And
I hate to see him come off the board. I hate to see him, but polarizing pick if we made it. So he's gone now. So, all right.
I was about, like, again, I have no ill will towards the kid, but one thing I will say, Miami Dolphins, based on their team, the city, the nightlife, and just the player, not a good match.
Not a good match for that.
I don't see that going as well as it might in other places. And I don't know if he would have done great in Detroit either, because who knows if he'd have taken to what we do, the grit and all that. But
I mean, look, that is a beast of a man, though, dude. Look at those meat hooks. You want to talk about meat hooks? Brad Holmes, holy Caden Proctor, 6'6", 352. His hands look like, damn, they're huge, man. Guy's he's an animal, but yeah, he's got some concerns. Now I don't have to think about it. So, all right, another tackle off the board, Okri. That's not good for our Lions. While, I'm looking at the board. Is this really just going to fall right to, your pick between Freeling and my guy Blake Miller? Is that what this is going to happen?
I'm stacking it right now, Chappie. I'm going to the extra micro Okri stack. So I'm going with my guy Freeling, Ionye behind him, and looking down my board. Do I like Iannaccio as a tackle or Blake Miller, or even I love me some TJ Parker at edge as well. But we kind of said we got to get a tackle. So I'm going to stack it Blake Miller, Iannaccio. That gives me 4 guys right now. We're at pick 13. So
pick 13 for LA. So I want to get your take in here, man. This actually probably feels like the right time, right? So Ionye from Penn State, interior. What maybe am I delusional that I like our interior? Other than, I know we need a center of the future, and is that where you see him? But, like, I like our guards. I'm rocking right now. I forgot to even call this out, man. I am rocking the Motor City Mullet Tate Rat shirt right now, live on the clock with the draft. I like Boom Baye, Miles Frazier. I love me some Christian Mahogany, my boy. So, dude, where does he fit if they take him? I know people love the talent, but where does he go? Where does he fit?
My thing is that you say that, and that comes from, like, our approach of just like, hey, they're on our team. We like them. We don't want to double dip. We already kind of spent a resource. But my opinion at this point is that Christian Mahogany, with his injury concerns and how he's played, has not, like, guaranteed himself a spot. So if you see a big upgrade there, and again, this has nothing to do with Tate Rat. You can wear the Motown mullet shirt because he's locked in at the right side. And so is, Penne can play right, left, whatever. Center is what it is. We're talking about a left guard here. If you just think he's a mauler, he's a great character fit and all the things you do. So, like, again, it's more of you don't see other guards that, like, wow you, and, like, just knowing that you can get him and that now your interior is solidified. You have some nice backup options depending on how they play. You're moving chess pieces around, but, it's that debate. Are you going to reach for a tackle you don't like? Or if you like this guy on the interior, you take him and you figure out. Again, let's talk about your boy Miles Frazier too. If I'm right, I think he played a lot of tackle in college. So maybe they see him more as a right tackle between him and Borum fighting it out. I don't know. That could be an option as well.
Yeah, I think they said he's a little light to be a pro tackle. I know he did play some tackle in college, but I think he got pushed around a little bit. I think the thought was that he would get pushed around.
Miles Frazier is light
in the NFL. So
isn't he like 315? He's like 6'7", 6'8", 315.
Physically he's not a small man. He's still a tackle, he was a tackle in college, but he didn't his game doesn't translate to the tackle position. He's more of a lighter position guard guy. So he's not teeny. I'm not saying he's like an itty bitty fellow.
I heard people saying that he's tough to play at guard because he's so big and so tall that he's almost like he's better on the outside. So like, I'm not saying, I'm saying that when you're talking about moving these chairs around, like let's say you moved him out to the right and he was better than Borum. You took Ione, you put him in the interior, you moved Penne to the left. That's still accomplishing basically the same goal, but we know the better strategy is Freeling or Blake Miller pretty much. I mean, again, I'm debating right now Blake Miller above or below Ione, but I'm probably going to keep Ione where he's at, man. He's a better talent. He's a nastier well, Blake Miller's a nasty player too, but and there's Ruben Bain sitting there. They just put on the camera who like people were saying, could you imagine if he was there?
The board is falling. The board is falling so good for the Lions right now.
I mean, we both already said we don't love Ruben Bain, but it's getting to the point, too, where if the Lions love him, what a great value they're looking at right now. There's no way you could have thought he would just be sitting at 15, 16, 17.
Yeah.
He was supposed to go like top 6, top 8 at the worst.
So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep.
I'm putting him on my little...
It would be a hell of a fall, so... And I feel like this is one of the spots, too, where if I told you that we were sitting at pick 13 and only one edge has come off the board and David Bailey at pick 2, I think people would be like pretty excited about that for Brad Holmes.
I mean, so based on what you said earlier, are you willing to put Ruben Bain back in your mix or not so much?
Man, I still think I'd rather have a tackle. I just do. I like some of the later edges. But again, I'm looking at this list. So we're at 13. So we are 5 picks away. And you're telling me that still available. You've got Bain, of course, Makai Lemon, Sadiq, Freeling, Ione, McCoy, Mesidor, Thienen. Dude, there's so many good players here. Like, you are going to get an absolute steal. Again, so now I'm stacking my board here. I'm looking at Ione, Bain, Thieneman, Miller. That's my top 4.
You hate Freeling so much he's not even in there?
What's that?
Freeling's not even in your top list?
He is... I don't love him, dude. I don't love him. I actually have Falk ahead of him. I do.
I was just about to say, so I'm sad you brought up that name because like the one name that's going to get me pissed tonight is Keldrick Falk. And I've heard the Lions love his body type. He fits what they do. No, I've seen this guy going anywhere from like 8 to 28 as well. And I do not want him on the Detroit Lions. That would be the pick. That'd be the one player that would really probably get me fired up tonight.
Commission's at the podium here, buddy. Flip it over.
Has no pressure to play. Amazing. With the 13th pick in the 2026
Kai Lemon.
draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Ty Simpson.
No! What?
Oh!
Thank you. Woo!
What did I tell you?
What did
I tell you?
Oh, that's such a terrible pick on so many levels. This guy's not worth that type of selection. Don't even tell me about the quarterback premium and how you're gonna rise him up for a couple years. That's a wasted pick by the LA Rams.
Hey, hang on a second. I'm pretty sure you said flat out you laughed me off the mic because it was never gonna happen. Boom, Baye. There you go. Called it. Ty Simpson, quarterback to the LA Rams. Daddy statty patty in the wings waiting to go after he plays his last year and rides off into the sunset. I told you McVay had that conversation with him this week. Oh, perfect for the Lions, baby. Another guy. Dude,
okay.
This board is going to the Lions like, oh.
Are you excited that you're right? Or are you excited that that's a horrible pick for a winning? This is a team we have to compete with in the NFC, and they just took a backup quarterback for 2 years. That's going to not help their football team one bit.
That's
Thank
exactly
you.
what I'm excited about. I'm excited about the fact that I
Okay.
told you it was going to happen, but it's huge for the Lions.
Okay.
This guy doesn't do anything for them for 2 seasons,
Right.
and by the
And that's
way,
why I
another
laughed
guy
at
is
you.
there for us.
I was taking it more of like a would I or does that make any sense instead of like I'm so happy that just happened because that was the best pick we could have had right now. Even like Makai Lemon and some of these other guys would have been like, oh damn, they got another weapon. That's not going to be good. Instead, they take a fringe, hasn't played much, decent kid. Don't get me wrong, has some talent, but a guy that I mean, unless he's not only a Hall of Famer, but Matt Stafford's back goes out this offseason. What a terrible pick. And again, I'm not oblivious to quarterbacks are very important, and you got to have the pipeline. I get all that, but not at 13.
I will tell you
that
that
type
I was
of player.
I was higher on this kid than most. I think he is a pro NFL player. I think he is a starter in the NFL. I think he has potential to be a top 15 guy in the league when he's ready in the next few years. So he sits behind Stafford. He holds a clipboard for this year at least. Maybe the next year, he goes and Stafford signs another $50 million deal. All right, and Baltimore walks up there and they select Vega Ione. Okay, all right, that's what I was thinking here. Nice, that's the guard. We just talked about him. We talked about does he fit for the Lions. They don't have to worry about that decision now because Vega Ione is going to Baltimore. That was a big position of need for them, in my opinion. Again, I always say this, Baltimore just gets dudes, right? Like they always draft studs in these first few rounds. I know it's a new coach, but that GM is savvy. Oakrey, again, this is one I think you had him kind of at the top of your stack. I was a little bit lighter on him. What are you feeling about Vega going to Baltimore?
Choppy's not at the top of my stack. Monroe Frailing is at the top and he's still available. So now it leaves him and Blake Miller as the clear two choices. I want one of those two. Ruben Bain is like a guy that I feel bad putting back in the mix because I didn't love him, but I could see how the Lions would not only love him, but sort of like just see the value and see a player that can help them at a position like that. So I've got Bain back in my queue of some sort here at the Oakrey offices. And I got those three. And under that, you can take the Max Hanicher if you want to take a little bit of a project, but a big, nasty kid, 6'6", 320. Mesidor is a little bit in that mix, and so is TJ Parker.
All right. Well, I think all the talk, and I think everybody mocked it here, is Tampa going tight end with Sadiq, but I think they need a little bit of help at edge too. Is this where Bain finally stops to fall and goes to Tampa? Because I know that's probably their number one position to need. I don't think anyone in their right mind would have thought he would still be there. So I would not be surprised if I see Tampa go edge. But I like where your head's at, buddy. I mean, could we have asked for a better board fall for the Lions? I mean, 3 picks away, buddy. We're building up to it. Good tackles here. Guys that I think are day one starters. I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'm feeling pretty good.
Choppy, the thing that would be great, like you say, we are so dang close. So like I feel you're looking at this thing and you're like, all right, you hope, you pray right now that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take Bain or even like a Mesidor off your plate, and then the Jets already took a rusher, so that's going to be off their list. They've already heavily invested in O-line, so that's off. So if nobody jumps you, we're sitting pretty here with one of the two tackles. Like, I know you're not okay so much with Freeling, but I'm very okay with him. Your love for Blake Miller is real, and he's available. And that's a very plug-and-play type pick. So we need to cross our fingers and hope that those two guys are both there here in a pick or two, and it'll be an easy selection, man.
Yeah, I'm a little. I mean, again, the Bain sliding is throwing me off a little bit here. I had him ranked pretty high, but I never expected that he would be there. So, like, that's going to be a hard one for me if he's sitting there. And I'm like, I really do think edge is a concern. And there are, I mean, again, though we've done a ton of hashtag choppy mockies, there's good tackles and good edges later in the draft. So, I mean, I almost like edge at 50 better. So I can't imagine that both these picks right now are tackle, and you just get to run your best pick up there. For you, it sounds like it'd probably be Monroe, and for me, it'd probably be Blake Miller. So let's see what happens.
And that's what I wanted to challenge you on real quick, because this is what we run into when we're live on the mic. Like, both of us really kind of, either we had Bane on our list, but he was pushed down, or he was upside down, or he was like, we didn't expect him to be, all that stuff. Like, do you run him in now, or do you stick to your convictions? Because if you didn't really love him before, do you just love him now because he randomly seems to be there? Or is it better to be like, we didn't like him if we were picking at 7 or 8. Do we need to love him at 17? I think that's something to consider, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's he's number one on my big board right now. So for me, if I'm going BPA,
Yep.
I would say, which I think Brad Holmes usually does, I would take Bane. I don't know if he'll be there. Let's see what happens. But after Bane is Miller for me. So I think, I'm a little bit higher on Blake than most.
Yeah. I just moved him on my sheet because, like I said, I have him underneath Monroe Freeling. And as much as Bane seems like a value, unless one or both of these tackles go, I'm going to stick to what I think not only we need, but I'm still trying to play that second round too. I want that to be a home run pick or a great compliment. If I take an edge, I don't think there's going to be any tackles there that I love.
All right, Tampa's on.
With the 15th pick.
Come on, say Ruben Bain. Say Ruben Bain.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Ruben Bain Jr.
Yes! Yes!
There it is.
Another reason I don't want him, he's wearing all brown. I saw this earlier. What's less swaggy than him and his whole family in all brown shirts, hats, suits? That is not a good look. Come on, Ruben Bain. You're better than that. At least I thought you were.
All right.
I didn't want to say what kind of brown it looks like.
Yeah, I think it looks like Cleveland brown.
Right.
Oh, baby. All right. So, look, now that, again, that's another decision I don't have to make because I was a little but he was still on the top of my board. So here we go. The Jets. What do the Jets do, man? Do the Jets need weapons? Like, is Sadiq on the table for them right now? Because I think right now that's like you got Sadiq and you got Mekhi Lemon.
The Jets have been projected to take Cooper or like some of these other fringe receivers. I can't believe they would pass up on a Mekhi Lemon with, AG thinking, oh, that's my St. Brown. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Like I said, they've already invested in defense. They have O-line. They took Mason Taylor last year too in the second round. So like tight end and Ruckett, actually, they double dipped on tight end last year, didn't they? So I can't imagine they would go Sadiq. So yeah, to me, this is probably a weapon. I mean, you got Garrett Wilson, you got Adonde Mitchell, Isaiah Williams, and then a cast of scribbaways. So, I mean, to me, this has to be Mekhi Lemon, right? I mean, again, he's a guy that was supposed to go a handful of picks earlier, and he's going to be there, or 3 or 4 picks at least. So I think they would be happy. And like the guy's mentality, if you need weapons and need people to help your quarterback, I've heard everything his mentality's right. He goes and attacks the football, all the type of stuff that AG would like. You know what I mean? So I think it's there, and I know he's a defensive guy, but I can't see it. Or again, I'm even looking at the tackles. Like 3 of them are up there. We pick after this, so I feel good.
Yeah, Jets are on the clock right now. We're right after them, so we're at 16 Lions. The Jets pick is in, so there isn't going to be a trade. So no one jumps up ahead of the Lions to try to snake a tackle. I mean, for me, like, okay, I don't want to assume that the Jets are not taking a tackle, but I'm looking at my board right now. All right, I'll wait to see I'll wait to say what I would do here, but I think I'm really, really happy with the way this fell, Okri. I mean, if I told you, hey, at pick 17, the Lions are going to have their best pick of Dylan, Thieneman, Blake Miller, Akeem Mesidor, Monroe Freeling, like these are all guys that I think are Kendrick, what the Falk, like lots of dudes there. I think this is a great way for the board to fall for the Lions. It could not have been happier. Now the question is going to be, what will Brad, always open for business, Holmes do? Will he trade back? Will he love a guy? What will he do, Okri?
I don't. I'm a get capital. Use your picks wisely, but why are we moving out of a pick when everybody and their brother thinks we need an offensive tackle, and there's probably going to be two staring you in the face? If they love Akeem Mesidor, they would like, how great, he's there. We love him too. And even like the TJ Parkers of the world. So it's like not only the positions you need, but players that are in this range. I mean, I wouldn't be looking to get cute, move around. But like I said before, you can always move back and still get good football players. It just depends. Sometimes why do that when what you need is right there?
Yeah, I think this board just fell. Like, right, Brad Holmes played a master class. He let it fall to him. You know you're going to get your pick of the best tackle that you want. I like this, man. I like this a lot. I'm feeling so good. Now the question is, does Brad Holmes throw us a curveball? Because last year we thought the board fell right to us. We love some of the guys that were on the clock. Need I remind the people what we did last year? Should we tell the people? Should we remind them last year? In the 2025 draft with pick 28, what we did for
Hold
our
on,
Lions.
we got the Jets pick. This better not be Monroe Freeling, or I'm going to throw it, break my TV.
NFL draft. The New York Jets select Kenyon Sadiq.
Yes, tight end.
What?
Woo!
Oh,
Chops, the pick is in.
Okrie.
Monroe.
Did I not?
Monroe. Well, I'm going to wait till the Lions make sure they do it. But Monroe Freeling is my pick.
Getting all antsy-pantsy here. They haven't even announced. Okay, now the Lions pick is in. Now, all right. So this is the live. I'm gonna read. Okay, last year Okrie was Will Johnson. You ready for the recap of last year? Okrie went Will Johnson. I went Mike Green. We thought the board laid out well. Here's the Lions. They're sitting at the pick. Okrie. From what I'm hearing, you're going Monroe Freeling. Is that your pick? Is that your call?
Get it right. Monroe Freeling, not Monroe, not, I don't like him because he doesn't do this. This is a young, athletic tackle, can play the left side from day one, or if you love Penny over there, I'm sure he can learn the other side. Great kid, already loves our people, going to fit in perfect with that O-line. This is an easy pick. And Chops, the fact that you don't like this kid or aren't willing to make this pick as well, I'm a little ashamed of you, I got to admit. Monroe Freeling is the pick. Let's go.
Well, we'll see what the Lions do here. I'm going to go, look, I've called it out a few times here. I'm going Blake Miller. I think he's more ready. I think he's a day one starter. I still had questions about Freeling being a possible, not ready to go. I think you plug in Blake Miller at tackle and you just ride it into the sunset. You shift Penny over to the left, you go Blake Miller on the right. But again, either way, I'm super happy the board played this way. Now we just have to see what Brad Holmes does.
And you're trying to get me to predict Brad Holmes. I'm much more trying to explain what I would do. That's why we do this exercise, but I'm not only good with what he does. You keep saying the board fell great. I'm just looking at it going most of the guys that we expected to be gone, even though we thought were dropping, did end up going kind of before 17. We sat at 17. Did you see some of the trades earlier to go up 4 spots? We're going to give up this, a 4th, a 2nd next year. We gave up nothing. We're sitting here. Everybody and their brother that's smart wanted Monroe Freeling heading into this draft. He's sitting there. And I have no qualms as much as we have beefs with each other of Blake Miller. He's a tough, gritty right tackle. He's got everything you want. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. To me, those two are the picks that make the most sense. And I don't even see players that you would go crazy for right now when I'm looking at the old Okrie board here. It's they're not going to reach, I don't think, on Mesidor is there and TJ Parker is there. I don't see any world where they're getting my boy Dylan Thieneman or, sell me or even talk about Keldrick Falk. You seem like you have him up there. Did you watch this player?
No, I don't have full. He was at the bottom of that board when it came to the edges and the tackles. I had Mesidor above him. So I was going through it. To me, like I said, if we go Freeling or Miller, I'm happy because that's the position of need, and it's also the best player available. They're the top on my boards right now. So I've got Blake ahead of your guy, but I wouldn't hate it either. So The question is Brad Holmes going to throw a curveball? That's what we don't know. And you were huge on Dylan Thieneman. So I believe you deemed him but my boy, Dylan Thieneman. So what's going to happen?
He can be my boy and not be a perfect fit for the Lions, especially with who else is there. Am I going to take Dylan Thieneman over Monroe? No. Am I going to take Dylan Thieneman over Blake Miller? No. Am I going to take Dylan Thieneman over Mesidor? No. TJ Parker? Probably not. Like, that's what I'm talking about right now. It's not like I don't like the kid. I hope he goes somewhere, and I think he'll be a damn good, solid football player. You're the one that's like the 3 safeties, and we don't know about Kerbo, and BB is this, and it's like, I know you already paid Kerbo, but I feel like BB is going to be fine, and I already invested in veterans and stuff. So that would be an ultimate luxury pick. Now, let me throw this out, because the Lions the pick is in. Of course, they went to commercial break, but they will announce it. Like, looking at this board, Chops, like, I'm not going to put it past Brad Holmes to look at this. And like you say, the thing that is going to or could shock people is he better not say Keldrick Falk, but they did invest in Tesla last year. But I'm pretty sure they like a Lemon type of wide receiver. Now, I don't think they can do that based on their O-line, the defense, but oh no, who is that on their phone? That's not Monroe. That's Mekhi Lemon texting. But he's also not talking to anybody.
Yeah, he's just
First guess, L-I-O-N-S.
What are we going to? Better not be going to another commercial break. So, I mean, you tell me, Choppy, you're asking, like, are they going to do something crazy? Like, do you even see anything crazy they can do?
I mean, I don't know, man. Brad Holmes does crazy stuff, but I can't see him doing anything crazy right here. Like, I know they've always talked about that X receiver, Mekhi Lemon, but I think they invested so heavily in Tesla last year. You can't supersede him, and you wasted so many picks to move around and get him. So I think you just go tried and true Brad Holmes. Take Blake Miller. Let's go. Pick is in.
Choppy Chop says he's ready. The commissioner is headed to the podium. We've been doing the network. Chops, I'm going to flip over to ESPN. We're going to get a little different sound, a little different feed. This needs to be high quality for the Lions. Here comes Goodell. Let's see what we're doing here.
Year-old Lions fan whose wish is to announce the first-round draft pick for his favorite team.
Yada. Let's go, commish. Come on. Who do we got?
Come on, we got to make a wish, kid. Let's do this.
Say, let's go.
Monroe Freeling.
I'd like to ask all of you to join me in cheering on Easton as he makes his wish come true.
Are you ready for your Twitter pick here? Are you shooting it out? Oakley, you ready to go?
I got the tweet out there, of course. Easy pick for me.
Come on.
With the 17th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Blake Miller, tackle.
Oh!
Let's go!
Let's go! Who called it?
Blake Choppy Chop.
Yes!
He won the starting
Chops
right tackle to begin.
made the call. Blake Miller's the pick, and I couldn't be happier.
Oh, look at that, dude. I know it's not your guy, but we both high on this dude. Oh, thank you, Brad Holmes, for going crazy. Do something. Oh, just doing it, taking a BPA. Blake Miller.
That dude looks like a football player. He looks like a right tackle. He looks like a mauling, gritty, nasty need for the Lions. You wanted him. You took him in a mock. I was all about it. We had 2 tackles. We picked different guys. They take Blake Miller. Perfect fit, perfect player. Love the selection.
Oh, love it, dude. 50 games played in college. Oh, dude, like, I don't know, something crazy, like, whatever, like 2,700 snaps, something, not even that. It's more than that, dude. Like, love this player. Love this player. I think he was in my first hashtag Choppy Maki. Let's go.
It's a great thing. And like I say, didn't spend any extra capital, didn't have to move around, didn't miss out on these 2 guys, and couldn't have went wrong. Like I say, this guy is a much grittier, nastier, fight through injuries. For me, Monroe Freeling was a little bit of a better pass protector, a little bit younger, I think, a little bit more athletic maybe, but both are pretty close. And like I say, I have no qualms about it. It was definitely not a you versus me, this was great pick. I love everything about it, and the fact that they just kind of sat there, didn't get crazy and trade way up, also didn't miss out on their guys is exactly what you want every year. So they also didn't do what we were talking about. They didn't get crazy and take a wide receiver or go ahead and take a safety. Instead, please get us a big, nasty right tackle. Move Penny to left. You got your interior players. You got your Cade Mays, your Tate Rat, your Mahoganies, your Fraziers. And we basically rebuilt the O-line on the fly. I am fired up, man. The dude just looks like a type of dude that we want on our team.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. And I'm so happy too, because Brad Holmes probably got a little antsy when Fanu and then Magua and then Proctor went. Like, he didn't have to use any capital. He could just stick and pick. This was perfect. Dude, I feel like every year we build up all these plans in our head and we build them up. Oh, what's Brad going to do? Oh, again, you roll down the tape. You talk about 24, talk about 23, talk about 25, and we have all these ideas, and Brad never does them. I mean, since Penei Sewell, has Brad Holmes done what we said other than when he traded up and you called JMO on the clock? Other than that, he's a total wild card. So for him to go there and just take this pick, friggin' pumped, man.
Like I say, to me too, the reason I was so pumped when you first said it in your mock draft was like, there's nothing to not like. I mean, he's tough. He looks the part. He looks like he's happy to be here. He's a position of need. He's a valued position. By the way, instead of taking a left tackle and trying to let them figure it out on the right, or take a left and, not move our stud Hall of Famer to the left, we're moving Penei to the left, and we have a guy that's just absolutely set him and forget him at the right side. It's like, what a great thing. And you got Borum, who's like a veteran who can bump down a peg now or come in if there are injuries. Like, it just makes so much sense. And gosh, I was just really hoping it was going to shake out. Like, I thought it was going to get dicey, because why the Rams took a quarterback and then the Jets took a tight end, I don't know, but that really freed it up for me of just like, hey, now we're going to get one of these two cats, or the other Max Ihenacho that I said, or some of these edge rushers that were available. And instead it's like, you just get Choppy's top pick, you get my second pick, because we had the board stacked. I had Freeling and Miller, and we kind of had a couple other guys either down or off to the side, and exactly how it worked out. So what a day, man. We lead all the way up, and to get a guy that we were both on board with, and that we have no qualms, no I told you so's, no why'd you do that, or last year with the tie leak trying to make it make sense. It's just like, nope. Love the player, love the pick, love the value, love the position. All works out. So let's go, dude, Brad Holmes. Drink it in, everybody.
Screams Lion, dude. Just screams Lion. Love it.
Drink it in, man.
Great. Like, super smart. Like, again, just good athlete. Dirty dog, gritty. Dan freaking Campbell kind of guy. You plug him in. You play him from day one. I can't be on your. I know the draft is going on here. We're probably missing stuff. I don't care. This is about the Lions. This is a great dang pick.
Oh, baby.
Chops, we don't need to figure out what the Vikings are doing. We'll probably get people caught up, maybe get when the Panthers are after that, but it's like, we got to talk Blake Miller. We got to hit a few drops. Chops, I feel like Blake Miller is the kind of guy that, he's going to tell defenses, that they ain't tough enough. They can't handle it.
Yeah, I understand. I got it in my head, dude.
He's going to put him down to their knees, buddy.
I'll put him down to his knees, buddy.
I pity the fools that got to play against Blake Miller, Chops.
I pity myself that I got to be with these fools. It's time to quit jammering before I start hammering.
Love it, love it, love it. And this just, we have so much to talk about. We're going to keep diving into it. We're going to keep the draft going. But this just opens up the board perfectly, because I didn't love the tackles in the 50 range. I love the edges and other positions there. Like, just knock this out. Number one need, 17th pick. Check the box. Let's go.
Great stuff, man. Choppy, great call by you. Great pick by the Lions. I couldn't be happier.
I love the Lions. Say it with me. I love the Lions.
Pack the bag, start the plane. This game is over. It is over. What a comeback by the Lions.
Drink it in, man.